Hey, I was just going to take some time to reflect on my time in the Philippines. It was the first time I've ever been there, and I love making these reflection videos. Not because I think they're like all profound or anything crazy. It's just I love watching them later, and just because what you feel at the moment, it's not always what you recollect. And I think hindsight's always like 2020 and rose tinted glasses type thing. But it was I didn't know what to expect in Manila. I'd seen a lot of videos. Before we go on these adventures, we always watch a lot of YouTube videos. We do a lot of research, so we have a pretty good understanding usually of what's going on or what to expect. But they never really totally they don't really ever get you fully ready for what you're going to experience. We've been to a number of countries. Last time we were at 5-6 countries, something like that. This time we're going to another 5, I think so, countries. After this, I'm sitting right now, I'm in Kuala Lumpur. You can see the skyline behind me. There's the towers, and if I go that way, there's that freaking one of those buildings. Oh, this one you probably all recognize. That one. So I'm in this rooftop pool with our apartment. It's amazing. But then I'll talk about Kuala Lumpur and Malaysia when I leave here in a week or so. But the Philippines. So our first place we stay is Manila. It wasn't good. I'm not gonna lie. The apartment or the hotel was in this crazy, almost like militarized zone where there's armed guards to get in and out. So the location, there wasn't street food around. There was a 7-Eleven across the street from us, or about 2 blocks from us. That was cool. The apartment had roaches. The hotel had roaches. I mean, every night we came in and it was like, we turn on the lights and it was like, freak out. You have to kill all these roaches. So that wasn't the coolest. The view from the balcony was really nice. Like I said, the location, I'm really somebody, May and I, especially myself, I thrive on street food. I strive on being where locals are at. And so not to have that type of opportunity it dampened it a lot. We'd have to take grabs, and Manila traffic is like Bangkok traffic. It is horrible. It's so tight because I'll want to get anywhere. So I still went and got lechon the first day. I still made the most of it. So don't get me wrong where I'm saying it was like, oh, this is horrible. Manila was still enjoyable. We had to work a little bit harder for it. We went and got massages, got forehand massages. But we did learn a lesson there. So in Bali, we got forehand massages, and it was like just the pinnacle of ecstasy. It's just they're like oil massages. In Manila, it was like part Swedish like oil massage and part Thai massage. Thai massages are they're painful. They stretch, they use their things. And there were times when I was like, holy crap, dude, this lady. I had 2 ladies, and there was like a mean one and a nice one. So I look at it, good cop, bad cop into it. It got pretty painful at times, but then really nice other times. So it wasn't bad. But Manila just ended up not being exactly what we thought we were kind of signed up for, because we thought we were hoping to be more in that locals only type thing. And we should have just done more research on the hotel. And I did see the hotel was more in that kind of area, but I didn't think it would be like with armed guards. I mean, they wouldn't even let us walk to our hotel at night. And we left this one casino to watch this water show. It was only like 2 blocks from our hotel, and a block from our hotel, they were like, nope, you can't walk in. You have to get a Grab. So we had to call a Grab, which is the Uber, to take us literally 2 blocks to the house from our hotel. It was ridiculous. So then we went to Subic. And Subic was a place that, it wasn't like top of our list. We wanted to go to a beach place in the Philippines. We really wanted to go to the islands in the Philippines, which I know Philippines isn't islands everywhere, but we really wanted to actually go to like some of the really nice islands, but we just didn't have the time or the money at the time. I mean, because I'm also working, so it's also a matter of where can I get internet? Where can I get, sorry, a beach ball's floating by. I don't want it to go over the edge. So we didn't have Subic kind of ended up being the place we went. And so, sorry, beach ball. I don't want this little girl to lose her beach ball. It just went over the edge of the infinity pool, and they had to go get it a little bit ago. All right. So Subic, we thought it was going to be kind of more rundown, more westernized, because it's an old military base town. But it actually ended up being, we loved it. We went into it with very little expectations, and we came out of it just loving. Our hotel was a very old hotel, but it was nice and quaint. Staff was amazing, right on the beach. from my window in my room, I could look at the water at night when I worked. So you had this beautiful view. We rented a scooter, so we were able to go all over with the scooter. We were able to go flying for flying foxes, which was my big goal there. Philippines has the biggest bats in the world, and I really wanted to see them. And we went and found them flying around. It was amazing. We saw monkeys, which was awesome. Had some good food. I spent the last night there. I found this little tiny, this street out in this neighborhood, and they had made halo halo, this little shop, little like street side vendor, and it was so good. I watched them make it, and I just grabbed my halo halo, and I sat there and I ate it. And it was just heavenly. Being around the people. I actually went and dropped me off at the hotel because I had to take the bike back that night. And I went back to that same spot and I grabbed some fried chicken, some lumpia, and some isa, which is chicken intestine. It's put on a skewer, and then this one was fried. And I just sat there in the corner, and a little cat was next to me, and I fed him some of my chicken. And I just watched the neighborhood around me. And it's one of my favorite things to do in life. I did this in Puerto Vallarta. I've done this in Vienna. I've done this every country I go to, really. I like just getting some food in a neighborhood, not like a tourist spot, just a neighborhood, and just sitting on the corner, on the curb, eating something good, and just watching the neighborhood live around you. I was watching these kids play basketball in the street. I mean, in flip-flops, barefoot is amazing. And I don't know, for some reason, I just really love that. So next day we traveled back to Manila. We were supposed to have the express bus. It was not. It was like the anti-express bus. It stopped every 5 minutes. It was crazy. It took like twice as long as it should have. But no big deal. We got to our new hotel, and our new hotel was right in the heart of Chinatown. I mean, you walked out the door and you were in it. We went around. I tried all sorts of foods. Foods I had no idea what it was. I found this uncle selling this stuff. I don't even know what it was. And I was like, sure, give me one. It was like, I think it was hominy, but like it was like goopy. And then he put coconut in it, and then he put coconut powder in it. And then I think he put, on top of that, he put sweet condensed milk, and it was so good, but I have no idea. I had all sorts of good food there. May was feeling really warm again because of the heat and just the traveling and pain, and people, it was really crowded. So I dropped her off at the room, and I went back out into the Chinatown, and I just bought stuff. Dried squid, they charcoal on this grill, and then you dip it in this like spicy garlic vinegar. I did that, I just did whatever I felt like. If I saw it and it's interesting, I don't know what it was, but I ate it. I tried it. So, and the next day we flew out, and now we're in Kuala Lumpur. So my thoughts overall on the Philippines, and I don't want this to sound negative, because it's not. But it's definitely, out of all the countries we've been to, the bigger cities we've been to, it's definitely the more infrastructure-wise, I think, run down and a little bit dirtier. A lot more, the distinction between the haves and the have-not is so prominent in Manila. I mean, the people down on the streets, they're what they have compared to like these like bigger apartments all around them. It's in your face, and like I said, it's not a negative. Well, it's a negative for the people who live in that inequality. But it's such a, for me, it leaves me with such it resonates on like the resiliency of people. It's amazing how they can survive. They don't know, like I see it and I'm like, this is horrible. But a lot of them, I think they don't know any different, and to a degree. And I'm not saying they're ignorant or anything, but that's their life, and that's how they're surviving. So you see smiles. And that's the thing, people in the Philippines, every single person I met in the Philippines, I mean every single one, if you smile to them, they smile to you back, huge. Even the cops look like they're freaking, like, the cops, some of them they were like, dude, like, F around and find out. That's what they look like, dude. They look like they're chiseled out of granite or something, like their faces, like there was like, yeah, step. But man, you smile to one of them, their face lit up with a smile. These dudes, they had like tactical shotguns. I kid you not. Hotel guard stuff. They had tactical shotguns like strapped to their chest. Like I'd never seen anything like this. Friggin', and like they were like hard as hell. But you walk up and you smile, say good morning, and they just like biggest bright smile. Good morning, and I mean, everybody we met was. I can't say enough about the happiness and the kindness of Filipino people. They were just amazing. No, you're fine. Luckily, the pool. You can apologize to me for them doing a job. But they are amazing. But yeah, it's dirtier. Like I said, the inequality is so on point there that you can't miss it. There's a lot of trash. There's a lot of like I said, homeless. There's a lot of people begging, and it's like, and I know some people like that's like a big negative to them, and they think it's gross or whatever. But I just think it's sad. It's too bad. It's too bad that it should be like that. And then again, that is like that. But yet the people are still more than happy to help you, more than happy to talk to you, to smile with you, to smile back at you. And so to me, that's what I take from the Philippines. It's a place I'll go back to. Now, I won't probably go back to Manila. In that, I'll fly into Manila. I won't stay in Manila long. I liked Manila. It was okay. But it wasn't as far as one of my more favorite cities. Like, I fly, like Taipei, I'll go out of my way to go back to. I love Taipei. I love Kuala Lumpur, which I'll talk about. I love this place. Where I'm staying, I can't wait to talk about this place. In Port Dixon, we're going there. I don't know. But Manila, I will go back to fly into, but I definitely want to go to the islands next time. I want to go experience that beach life, that water. That's what I really can't wait to see, that water in the Philippines. So Subic was amazing. I loved it. It exceeded our expectations, blew us away. And it's a place we'd go back to. We go back to the same hotel. We go back to the Subic. We could rent a scooter from the same guy. And even this guy I rented a scooter from. You know, I took the scooter back to him. It was just a guy's house. Here we go. We sat there and talked for a minute, and I was like, hey, how do you think I can get back to the hotel easiest? Because they don't have grabs in Subic. It's got a taxi mafia type thing there, which is kind of shady and janky. It sucks. And he was like, oh, how about I call you a Maxim? Which Maxim's like their grab, but for motorcycles. He just called me up a scooter. The lady pulled up like 3 minutes later, jumped on the scooter, and took me back crossing. Just these small things, right? He was like, oh, no, let me do this for you. No big deal. So we love that part. The food, I ate a lot of good food. I ate pretty much everything on my list. I always have a list of stuff I want to try, and then I just try to find everything else I can find. Tahoe, I think it's called, is like this sugary soy dessert thing. I didn't get a chance to try that, but I think I can try that other places. So I pretty much got everything on my list done. I ate so much halo halo, it was disgusting, and I wanted to eat more. I love halo halo. God, I love halo halo. I don't care. I will not apologize for my love for halo halo. So anyways, my reflection on the Philippines is I loved it. Like I said, it is definitely, the inequality is disturbing in some levels, but I love the Philippines. I love the Filipino people, and I can't say enough about how kind they are. I really can't. So that was that. In the weather, we lucked out. It was like high 80s the whole time we were there, not over 90. Good breeze everywhere. It was shocking how the pool was actually, our first hotel was cold as hell because it was outdoor pool, but it was like no sun and it was cold. I jumped in, jump out. Maid like touched it with her toe, was like, nope. It's just like nope. So that's that. So I'll come back. I'll do another reflection video everywhere I go. I like doing these, and I mean, if you enjoy them, cool. If not, I get skip it. It's a lot of me going blah, 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 blah. So all right, I love y'all. Thank you for watching. Bye.